You can guess what we're talking about today. Intro. Good day and good vibes to you all. My name is Devontae with the Camera Kicks channel, and today we're going to be talking about lighting. Two lights in particular I'm going to talk about, but let's start with this one. This little guy has been in my kit for almost a year now, pretty much since I came home, and I bought this. I think it was about 30 or 40 bucks, if I remember correctly. They were fairly cheap, but it was really something that I just wanted to help push my lighting that I already had a little bit further than, you know, it was already going. So actually this light right here, this one on the side, you can see it kind of blocking out. It is my second one of these. This is the Viltrox RB08. It is a 3000 milliamp hour battery light, charges via micro USB, but this thing gets bright for the size that it is. As you can see right now, I have this one at about 40% and it's currently at about 75% on battery. But if I turn this on, you guys can actually see this is at 20%. So this is 20%. If I throw it behind my diffuser umbrella, as you can see, it gets a little dimmer, but this is 20% and it's fairly bright. It does come with its own diffuser. It is magnetic, so it just kind of slaps onto it there. But this light is not RGB, so if you use it for like a practical or something like that, which you could either go warm or cool. It goes all the way down to, and I don't know how accurate this is, it goes down to 2500 Kelvin and it goes all the way up to 8500 Kelvin. So bringing it back down to what my key light is at right here, it's at 22% right now and it's fairly bright. So I'm gonna take it all the way up to the brightest that it'll go, and it's probably gonna power itself down a little bit there. There you go. So that quickness was 100% and it just dropped itself down to 40, I believe. No, it's at 20. It dropped itself down to 20, so it does need to be charged. But I honestly, I use them and I haven't charged them in weeks simply because they just don't ever die. So this little light, it's really come in handy for me, just something to add to my lighting setup. Like I said, I use them as, you know, a little light on the side here, just something to add a little color to my face. And then I might throw it, like, say I throw it behind something, or I might add it down here. It's just a fill light, you know, something to kind of fill in here, or maybe I'll throw it behind as like a hair light or something. I don't have anything to hang it up, so. But this little thing is really great. I love it. I don't ever see myself getting rid of it, so it's here to stay. It's pretty small. It is just larger than a credit card, I want to say. It's pretty small. I mean, you could fit it in your pocket, but this little light is great. Now let's talk about this puppy behind me right here. This light, and I'm actually gonna grab it and stop it. Okay, so this light here is the Great Video Makers. This thing is fairly cheap. I'll actually find it and link it down below. Link both lights down below. This thing, it's fairly simple as far as dials go, but dialing in what you want is a little finicky. So of course you have the on off button here. You have the battery. You can use the Sony NPF batteries. So you have your first dial, which is going to be it's BRR, brightness. I don't know what the third R is for, but brightness. So here we are, we're turning it all the way up. This is going to look weird, and this is at 100%. The second dial we have is the hue, saturation, CTT, and Wi-Fi reset. I haven't messed with the Wi-Fi since I got it. It does have Wi-Fi on it, so you can control it wirelessly. That's what I was doing there. You can get an app on your phone. I find it difficult to get it to the color that I want with just the dials. So, you know, moving it around, you know, the colors change to whatever, and it coincides with the number on the back here for, you know, saturation. But you can change it with a click, and then it goes to just regular lighting. So you can change the warmness. You can go all the way down to 3200. Actually, that's the lowest it goes, is 3200, and the highest it goes is 5600 Kelvin. So I typically don't use it for anything other than the color, and I'll leave it at around like 50% or so, because it's typically always behind me. But it does have vents on the back, so, you know, lights do heat up. You can kind of feel heat coming from the front. It has vents on the back to let that heat out. But other than that, it's a pretty simple design, a pretty simple light. It is kind of big, I'll say that. You know, you can maybe even use it as a key light, but it's still small enough for you to throw it in a bag and use it on a shoot or something like that. Okay, but now we're back to how I like it. So, like I said, the app is controlled wirelessly. You do have to connect your phone or tablet or whatever you use into Wi-Fi in order to control it. But I like the controls on the app a lot better than messing with the dials. It's easier to dial in your color. You don't have to worry about numbers. You can just look at what you want. Me, I prefer a darker blue color, but if you want yellow, boom, you can change it to yellow or greenish yellow. You can drop it down to red, and you can go all the way back. You can make it pink, purple, magenta, periwinkle, whatever you want. You can also control the saturation of that, so I can take it down, make it match my wall a little bit better, look like a white light. I can bring the brightness all the way up. But yeah, like I said, I typically leave it at about 50%, and that's where it stays. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video. That is my current kind of extra light setup. As I said, I have one here. It is hanging on a Gorilla Pod off of my actual lamp that I use for this room. And then that just if you guys can see it, that just sits on my computer. So nothing too special going on with it here, but they are great lights and they are fairly cheap. Like I said, if you guys are interested in these lights, I will leave them linked below. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Good vibes. Peace.